Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, East Coast. You losers! You absolute inferior coastal children! You will never understand what it's like to have a sunset on the ocean front. You know why? Because you don't live on the West. You don't get to see the intrinsic beauty of the sun settling down for the evening as it dips down below the ocean line and does that little green flash of light thingy that slowly hypnotizes you over time, because that's how the aliens communicate with us. And don't talk at me with that bullshit of, yeah, but we get to see the sunrise in the morning. How many of you legitimately can say that you would get up at the ass crack of dawn and walk down to the fucking beach to see a sun come up? You know what happens? You know what happens? You look on the horizon and you realize when the sun rises, because sunlight goes straight into your eyes and blinds you. That's what the sunrise at the coast does. But on the sunset, you can just kind of look slightly to the left or right of it until it's just that small lip of the sun about to dip below, because you've known where it was the entire time, and you get to watch it without hurting your eyes. But when you watch the sunrise, you keep seeing, you're like, is that the sun? Is that the sun? And you won't know if it is until it fucking blinds you. So eat shit, East Coasters. West Coast represent. I literally didn't think about it until just now. It's not even a thing that occurred to me until 30 seconds ago. I am from Michigan. That's not East Coast. That's the Midwest. I'm smart. I lived in a state where if I wanted to, I could see the sunrise from an ocean front or a lakefront, and I could see the sunset from a lakefront. It just depends on if I go to the east or the west side of the state. That's called being efficient, fuckos. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in tonight. I hope you guys have been enjoying SGDQ Summer Games. Yes, SGDQ 2022, which unfortunately is ending tonight. But hopefully we'll be done with this stream in time for everyone to get to see Elden Ring as the final two games. They're doing an all remembrances run and an any % run, which apparently you can beat Elden Ring in 33 minutes. I don't know if there's glitches involved or if he's just running to the final boss and not taking any damage, but I'm excited on seeing that. Watching this on the hotel TV. Sorry, this isn't a furry con dance comp. I don't think the characters are capable of dancing in the HD remake. Anyway, yet today, it's been a busy weekend for me. Clavichord, thank you for the tier 1 subscription. It's been a busy weekend for me. I hopefully narrowly escaped Anime Expo without catching COVID again. I got to go to the booth of the development team publishing Gunvolt 3 this month, and I got to take some photos, and they recorded an unfortunate video of me that has a girl's ass in the upper left corner. If you don't believe me, go to their Twitter account yourselves and check it. And I got to do my Azure Striker, which, one, I'm really impressed at how much I can carry my voice in a hall as packed as Anime Expo's exhibit hall. But secondly, God, the California heat messes you up, because with my hair the way that it was after walking around for 3 hours, I looked like a 40-year-old trying to sound like a 14-year-old. It was not my best look, but I'm still happy that I got to do it. I love what I did in the video, but you have to admit, with the way my head is tilted down and like how wrinkled my face looks, like if I came up to you on the street looking like that and started saying Oversurge Azure Striker, either you'd stab me or find someone who could stab me to make it stop. And then I'm glad I was able to start stream on time, because for those of you who know what World Flipper is, you'll understand this. For those of you who don't understand what World Flipper is, just hear me out. Thanks to some help from Color and KK, I was figuring out team comps and specific motions that I had to do in order to get a better time on the time attack event that's going on right now. And as of right now, I have a top speed of 35 seconds, which is in the top 0.3% of the entire player base. I don't know how many people are playing World Flipper, but the top possible rank right now is up to the top 3%. I am in the top 0.3%. And if you're interested in seeing what I had to pull off in order to get that time, I posted it in mobile games, and I suggest you check it out because I'm really proud of it. I think the world record right now is like 34 and a half seconds or something like that. And I'm not interested in going for it because I'm very confident that not enough people are going to care enough to get faster times than I did, or at least not enough of them are going to do it for me to fall out of the top ranking. So thank you, KK. I'm sorry I abused it in order to get a top rank and then left you for dead. But like I said, I'm going to make up for it by doing pretty much all of the hosting for Halloween runs throughout the next week as a thank you. And I mean that sincerely. Anyway, hey, before we officially start, since we're doing this on time, would you guys be interested in seeing the newest work in progress updates of my 2 prints that I'm having done? Because I told you guys at the conventions, I was like, I feel bad that I haven't been making progress on these, and I said enough of you asked for them that I was like, you know what? Fine, I'm gonna go and get these made. So, I have to, yes, and then save that. Oh, I saved that in the wrong way. All files. There we go. Save that. There we go. Now I should be able to bring them in. All right, so let me see if you guys said you were interested. All right. Would you rather see the Kisk or the Sheik? First to 3. Would you like to see the Kisk or the Sheik? You're gonna get to see both. I'm asking which one you want to see first. You guys are dumb. You're dumb as rocks. We got Sheik, we got Kisk, we got Sheik. Merge them. I can't upload multiple at the same time. All right. Sheik first. Here you go. I think it's this one. There we go. Look at the shading on this. Look at the shading. Look at the smoke effect on his feet. It's so good. I'm so excited. Look at the wrinkles on his clothing. Dude, I'm so glad I pay artists what they're worth, even if they don't charge as much as I pay them. I get such good shit. Who is drawing this so you can ask for help? It is at art by, you know what? I'm gonna just copy it and paste it. So this print is being done by art by and then we have the Kisk. And this one is by Hanimation. Yes, yes, yes. And then let me see if I can easily find the version of the design. Yes. And for those of you who had asked previously, here is the 3rd of 4 prints being made from Tronbon Art, who I just got to hang with multiple times over the course of this weekend. The design that you all voted for Gunvolt 3. I am so hyped for this, you guys. I'm so proud of all of these prints. Now, I don't know. There's an event I'm going to be doing in mid-July, the middle of this month, that's going to be focused on one of these characters. I don't know if these prints are all going to be ready by that middle of the month. I don't even know if it's going to be like a proper Streamily event. However, I have requested of the artists, and to my knowledge, this is going to happen. I will have all of these prints available for Mid-S Anime at the end of this month. And which means they'll be available for all of the other events happening the month afterward. So that includes Mid-S Anime, Windbloom Festival Con, Power Up Expo. I believe, this isn't confirmed yet, but for those of you in California, I may get to make an appearance at Crunchyroll Expo at the beginning of August. Might. It's not confirmed yet. I'm gonna reach back out to my agent, but if you missed me at Anime Expo for obvious reasons, you may have another chance. But yes, so thank you guys for supporting me, for helping me get the finances to purchase these prints. I'm really happy with them. I'm really enjoying that I'm getting to support 3 completely different artists this time around. And yeah, there's nothing I can say but thank you. But anyway, enough about me. I know what you guys are here for. So why don't we bring them in, say hello to your voice cast.
Very nice.
You guys are now live.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
All right. Hello.
How you doing?
Okaeri nasai, Goshujin-sama. Gokigen-yo kana.
Still, I'm considering you're speaking Japanese is gonna make you jealous because I got to eat at this. Do they have places called Fleming's over in Japan?
Fleming's? What is that?
It's like
shoot.
It's like a steakhouse.
We're on. Oh no.
Steak? In Japan?
Maybe not.
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, wait, is everything okay?
Is everything
Yes.
fine? Huh?
I don't know. You just said, oh shoot. Are you okay?
Oh, because we're starting and I just went back from the restroom. Hello, everyone.
Oh, damn. Get your shit together. Wait, you did. Well,
Ba-doom.
Aha!
Oh, goodness.
But do you have yours, Phoenix, right? There's laughter.
Hey, so do you win at poker every time you go to the bathroom? Because you're a queen, which makes that a royal flush.
Oh!
You know, I wasn't quite sure where that was going. I hang on tight, and I was rewarded.
I'm
Well
such
done.
a card.
Hey!
Hey. All right.
Any chance we may or may not get a Xenoblade stream? I mean, it's not 0%, but it's definitely not above 7. So,
Oh, I'm coming a bit hot. Okay, how about this? How's everyone?
guys,
Am I
color's
okay?
always going to be hot. Just fucking deal with it.
God.
The sun's
Anyway.
getting hotter, and we're slowly burning away into the atmosphere.
Why?
I am no one's son.
Here's what I don't understand. If they
Alright.
know you're going to be using it outside in the outdoors, why do they make car chargers black? Why is the cable black? Why is the connecting port black? Like, do they not understand that it's going to be in the sun the majority of the time?
It's stealth mode.
Stealth mode.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's really stealthy when it melts to the floor.
Anyway, the reason why I
then
was
no one will ever see it again.
The reason why I was asking if they had a place called Fleming's is because the staff of Inti Creates took us there as a dinner treat yesterday. And I'm not saying this to brag, I'm just giving you an understanding of how seriously they take their food. One of the starters is a tower of seafood that can either serve 1 to 2 people for $88 or can serve 3 to 4 people for $174.
Good Lord
I didn't
almighty.
get that. I didn't get that.
Ironic.
What I did get was a bone-in, it was either like ribeye or something, or a bone-in ribeye steak with Diablo shrimp layered on top of it. My mouth was watering just talking about it.
Oof.
And the shrimp themselves were great,
Oh.
but when you were done, you got to cut the slices of the medium rare beef and like just smear it in this combination of steak juices and Diablo shrimp sauce. And it was the best meal I have had all year. It was so good. So
That's
So I'm
That was-
hungry again.
Incredibly
It was
dedicated.
electrifying.
my goal is to get financially stable enough again that if you guys get a chance to visit us, I can take you there and treat you because holy shit. So
That's
Wow.
incredible.
I am hungry.
All right, so
Yeah.
it sounds like we don't have any volunteers this week, unfortunately.
No volunteers today, unfortunately. No.
Oh,
That just means y'all get to save up your points for next week. Actually, I should see. I'll repeat this at the end if we are not going to be here next week, but let me look. Okay, next week I should be able to do the stream just because I have a workshop from. No, wait. Next week, Sunday, I might be doing a stream with Joe Zija.
Yo!
Hey.
Yeah, I need to see. Did he text me? I think he direct texted me. Let me check this real quick. A 5:30 start.
Wait, that's how you pronounce his name?
Is it
Joe
Zija?
Zija? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Zija, isn't it?
I had never had any idea before.
Okay, so yes, it looks like next weekend we will not be doing the live stream on my end because I have been invited to go to Joe Zija's place to collab stream with him. So
I mean, that's a very good reason to not stream. That sounds dope.
I will remind
Right.
everyone at the end of this stream. Things are gonna get a little crazy because next week I'm free, and then the week after that next week I'm with Joe, and then the week after that I should be done with the collab event before stream. And then the week after that, I'm helping with Fastest Furs, and then I'm gone at Mid-S, and then I'm probably gone at Crunchyroll. We may end up having like another 4 to 5 week hiatus from the live dub. We're gonna be done with this live dub in like October, and be like, hey, get ready for a live dub in December. So
Still faster than half the shit I put out.
it's like games done quick, but it's games dubbed slow. We have one in the fall and one in the spring. So. Oh my goodness. Multiplayer Mondays. I don't know when Multiplayer Mondays is gonna come back. I feel like we are gonna need that time to just get through other games at this point. So maybe I just might want to break from Multiplayer Mondays. I don't know. We'll see.
It's your stream.
So
Should I do the
please.
actor's
Yes,
disclaimer?
Yes, please.
All right, as you get ready. Hi, we are here to have fun, but also want to have a clean live dub. Do not force the funny will happen naturally. Do not talk over people who are speaking their lines, please. Quipping is okay, but only if your character is on screen or being referenced to. So if your character is not on screen or not being referenced to, then please refrain from talking. We have mute buttons and push to talk for a good reason. If you cannot judge yourself, then we will judge you for you. So just make sure that you are not having the sounds on your end. Cool, thanks.
Oh, I really hope I don't end up going broke. I just made some money. I don't want to lose it all. All right.
You're good.
Any other questions from chat before we begin? Any other questions from cast? You guys all seem muted, so I'm guessing you're ready. All right, Color, thank you for
All
your
right.
setup.
Yay!
And welcome everybody to episode 7 of the live dub playthrough of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Get ready for a lot of old people to argue with each other for 4 hours. Let's get started.
January 7th, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor!
Maggie!
Ah! Detective Gumshoe!
Are you doing all right? How you feeling?
As if you need to ask either question, sir.
Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay?
Roger!
And you!
Yes?
You better square this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent. You hear?
Don't worry, Gumshoe. I'm the biggest square here.
If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest.
I think he's serious. He thought he was funny. He's got jokes. What the hell?
Hey, detective! You're on our side for once, right?
Yep.
So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir?
Of course! I got this situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. Something I say don't mess with the facts. Make sure you point it out, alright?
Sure. Or I'll just let it slide and have everybody laugh at you so that finally I won't be the one being mocked all the time.
Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? I'm gonna die.
I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir! I've always admired you so much, Detective! I know I could count on you! It looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh?
I can only wish.
Be optimistic, Phoenix.
I am optimistic we're going to fail. January 7th, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. And I messed up this window, so let me fix it. There we go.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
The defense is pretending to be ready, Your Honor.
Ugh, minimize. Ugh, there we go. This is still bitter though.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Ah!
What's wrong?
This isn't my house. Nothing. Whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was... You was talking to me? It was a little, well, intimidating, despite how I made it sound.
Intimidating? I mean,
No.
no, that wasn't me. That was, my brother-in-law, Weenix Fight.
I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he?
No, I'm just Phoenix Wright. I said nothing about being trusty.
Fair enough.
Trusty?
So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please.
Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today.
But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright!
I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was simply questioning whether you had studied law or not. And that's what I intend to find out.
Sick burn!
There's no denying it. I definitely cheated all my way through law school. But behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. I seem to have a type. Why is it the guys who hate me are the ones who turn me on?
As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial.
Is that why you're sitting, sir?
Yes. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. That's the reason.
I'm not planning on repeating anything that Phony Me said. Trust me. I'm sure whatever he said was intelligent and made logical sense. That's not how I operate, bitches.
Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness.
Well, of course, Your Honor.
Ooh.
Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation.
Witness, state your name for the court.
Jesus, Godot, this is your first summon? What are you, a free player?
Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective, Occupation Dick Gumshoe. Wait, hold on a sec.
Occupation
Yeah.
Dick, gotcha.
Let's try that again, but the other way around.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir.
Since yesterday?
Yeah. Guy was on the initial investigations tied up in a closet with another case right now.
Meanwhile, in the other courtroom...
I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control. For everyone's sake.
If it involves rope, I hope that's the last thing he gets under control.
Excuse me?
I see. So, Dick Gumshoe. Would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case and of life?
Yes, of course. So in life, it's important to... The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Incorporated, a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report.
The court accepts this into evidence.
Oh, it still smells like him.
Nick, get a hold of yourself!
Oh, I'm holding myself.
And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. When the incident took place, Victim was sitting right here. And the poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress.
The waitress being the accused.
Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly the position I slept in throughout all of high school.
At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef, and the regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudos.
It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me, but then again, what do I know?
Trabian floor plans added to the court record.
All right, detective, take up this hammer. And nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands.
Hey, I don't want anyone nailing me except for you!
Okay, that's enough for that. Now then, Detective Dick, let's have your testimony.
Yes.
Come
sir.
on, Dick, get testy with us.
Oh, I'm about to get all kinds of testy.
The incident.
Not a very private Dick, are you?
When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, looks like Miss Bird might have had, like, some kind of motive.
Guilty!
Damn it!
And there it is. The poison. The poison for Glenn. The poison chosen especially to kill Glenn. Glenn's poison. What a classy lady.
The facts of this case seem to be ironclad, much like my pants. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but...
Yes?
Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood?
I already told you, he's not Christian, and that wasn't me!
Guard! Bailiff, take him away!
Can I stop you for just a minute?
Please. Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, so how'd your day go, Maya?
Nick? We're in a trial.
I asked him if I could stop him for a minute. He said yeah. I mean, essentially.
Oh my gosh. Well, my day's going fine. I got another burger on your account. Thanks for, always giving me your credit card.
Oh yeah, didn't they come up with that new flavor recently at the what was the place called?
Oh, the peanut butter pickle burger?
Oh man, that doesn't sound like a combination that would be tasty. Was it actually that good?
It's actually quite savory.
Huh. I might have to try it sometime. You're gonna treat me next time, right?
Yeah. Your credit card's just, in a lockbox.
You got a little bit on the side of your mouth there. Here, let me get it. No, I got it.
No.
Shit, the minute's up. Sorry. He's so desperate for that to be true. He's practically crying. Your testimony just now, that I definitely spent the entire previous 60 seconds carefully scouring through, doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table.
Yeah, that's what she said. And
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction?
I can't believe that's the first time you said that's what she said during this entire stream, Gumshoe.
hey,
Clap it up for Gumshoe, ladies and gentlemen. But sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Dick?
yeah, that's true. The 2 testimonies tie up on that.
So, the dick is saying that their 2 testes were lining up.
They both said that there was no other guy at the table.
What should I do? Should I press on this dick a little harder or not? Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way.
That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tresby and Wright.
Oh, it tastes like spit.
I have here in my possession a ticket.
A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Did he go to Disneyland without me? I wanted that to be our first day together!
Yes, a one-way ticket to oblivion. Population the defendant.
Ah, the Shadow Realm! No! I made it back!
This is a photograph taken from near the entrance of the kitchen.
That was a horrible ticket. I want a refund. Judge?
This is the scene as witnessed by the sheriff, moments after the poisoning took place, correct?
Precisely. I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the crime scene. How, Mr. Troy, could anyone have overlooked the second person at that table?
It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly.
Crime photo added to the court record.
Even I can see with my cataracts.
He was listening to his radio, you say?
Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket.
Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe?
Huh? How should I know?
Ugh, thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere, which is worse than Oblivion Place.
This isn't going very well, is it?
I mean, you can feel free to chime in and take part anytime you want, Maya.
I mean, you're the one with the badge.
Dick, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used?
So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else.
I don't see where this is going, pal.
What I'm saying is, was the poison a liquid? Was it a powder?
If I had to put in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance.
So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper, sriracha sauce, mustard, ketchup, relish, barbecue sauce, A1 steak sauce, the man's drink, the drink that I had, the Starbucks that was left there earlier on the table, a cup of water from the people who came in earlier that morning, the spit from Godot when he had that terrible coffee and ended up spitting there while collecting evidence, my spit from when I got punched by Maya while I was trying to collect evidence, any of those things?
Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite?
No, I usually go for the A1 steak sauce.
Ah, delicacy.
The victim took his coffee black, with no sugar.
It seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee?
What are you talking about?
According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it?
Oh, hey, you're right. You see, that's why...
Objection. In case you were wondering, that last objection was for you, Detective.
What? For me?
Yes, you. Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it.
I'm falling for you.
If you have the time to waste falling for people in this courtroom, you have the time to present that piece of evidence, right?
That piece, sir?
Yes, that piece.
Well, what piece was that again? Forget my science pants. You know how it is.
This guy, I swear. This!
Ah! Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Oh, maybe that means he'll put aloe lotion on it if I ask him very nicely. Oh, it's so drippy wet.
Sure hope there's not poison in that one, too.
Oh! Now I remember. This is the, this is the victim's coffee cup.
Yes, thank you. Finally, some progress. Take a good look at the rim of the victim's cup.
Oh, yes, it's unmistakable. There is clearly a coffee stain on it.
Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poison cup. The victim gulped it down, just like this!
Oh, my God! He's chugging all of it! Oh, what a hunk!
Good lord. For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants.
Coffee cup added to the court record.
Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance.
It's caffeine, you dumbass!
Get it right.
Potassium cyanide? I've heard of that chemical before. It's from bananas. That's why I never eat them. I almost choked on a banana once. That was probably the potassium cyanide. Stupid fruit companies. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe?
It's, well, I mean, this stuff's lethal. Eat too much in your history.
How much is too much?
I have the answer to that. A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish off anyone.
I only have 1 gram. She's alive at 89. I'm very proud of her. She plays poker.
0.2 grams? How much is that?
About how much is left over after you cremate her?
Damn.
You know when you swab your ears for earwax? By the way, really bad idea. You better use like a pick. A pick gets more of the earwax out, and so that way, you see, I've done a lot of research. You see, earwax.
Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. I did forget to have lunch.
Such a small quantity of poison can be concealed anywhere. Luckily, I built up a tolerance.
Some kind of a motive?
Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion.
Has it now? And you know what my golden rule is, Detective. Chuck out a bad cup of coffee, you can always get another.
Yeah, you lost me, bud.
Okay, how about this in layman's terms? I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Mrs. Bird's motive?
Come on, Gumshoe.
She was... They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket.
I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too.
It disappeared from the scene of the crime.
And it wasn't just any lottery ticket, was it? It was a winning ticket for $500,000.
Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one.
Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Repetition, baby. Hey, wait a minute. So hey, Godot, have you had that peanut butter and jelly burger that Maya was talking about? Like, is she trolling me right now?
Peanut butter pickle bacon burger?
Yeah, that thing.
You know, I'm not exactly much of a burger man myself, but...
Godot, I object to that statement. You know that the human body can only sustain up to 2 weeks of only liquid and no food. You had to eat at some point.
Listen here, Trite. Maybe I'm just built different. How about that?
How many meals do you eat a day, Godot?
Enough. It supplements me with all the coffee that I consume. Do you honestly think a measly burger can surpass that limit?
No, I just wanted to know if you had room for an extra snack.
Oh. I don't know where this is going.
We can talk more later. Anyway, the mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client.
Oh, really now? I beg to differ, because I have here in my hand the very ticket in question.
That's the $500,000 lottery ticket.
One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search. Of the defendant.
Bingo!
What?
Guilty! Order! Order!
One of those peanut butter bacon cheeseburgers.
She's quite the lucky bird, our little waitress.
I get it. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately, right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, here. Here you go.
I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Victim
Tops.
voting ticket added to
Totally.
the
I'll be
court
right
record.
back. This ticket was presented to the court into the previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now, somehow. $500,000, you say?
It's just a scrap of paper, Your Honor. What matters is where it was when it was found. Simple math, really.
And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately.
That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond a reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime.
I like an old man who knows the score. Finally, somebody with sense in this courtroom.
There is also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket that I hold in my hand right now. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, that's some money. Even I might be tempted to bend the rules.
And just like that, all of my credibility went out the fucking window.
Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast.
I know. And if that ticket is in the judge's possession, there's no way I can get it from him. I tried to grab a burger from him once, and it took it like 2 weeks for my arm to heal up.
I'd
don't
kill
worry.
someone for a $5.
And that's because the court has ruled guilty once already, and like I said before, the judge likes saying words that he learns for the first time over and over again.
I say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance, wouldn't you say? With one final, decisive piece of evidence.
He's got more evidence against Maggie?
Oh, yes. This is the apron of the delightful Miss Bird that she was wearing at the time.
Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen.
That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it?
It seems the star of our play was a little flustered there. And somehow spilled coffee on herself.
But coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye.
Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron, no. No, there's something else that stands out even more.
Yeah, it's got pockets. When the fuck has women's clothing ever had that?
Something else? I presume you mean...
Exactly, Your Honor. I'm referring to the pocket.
My God.
Your ESP knows no bounds.
Nailed it!
The bucket!
Yes, the pocket. A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide, the very poison used by the killer, that was in her apron pocket.
Now I know why women's clothing never has pockets. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket?
Yes.
Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it.
What?
Wow. She's like super double guilty now. The court will accept these items into evidence.
Apron added to the court record. Potassium cyanide added to the court record. It will die if it
Love
consumes it.
pockets or something. There's still something bothering me, Mr. Kudos. Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court?
Bloodstain? What are you talking about? What bloodstain would that be?
Are you taking the piss? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-covered... fucking look at it!
Maybe
It's right there!
Maybe she was wearing it upside down, spilled her lipstick on it, and then pooped herself when she saw the dead body.
Smeared all
What are you
over.
talking about? There's no... What? No one told me anything about a blood stain. I don't see it.
He is wearing a red visor, Your Honor. I don't think he's capable of seeing anything the color? I can't talk. Look, you don't need to be told. Just fucking look at it.
How many times do I have to tell you? Well, detective, could this stain really be blood?
No, absolutely not at all. That's just, it's ketchup, sir.
Ketchup?
Must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone to breakfast that day.
You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Dick.
And they called me the dumbass. Pull a stunt like that again and I'll have drink you 17 cups of ketchup. Witness.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. I usually only afford 10. It's really treating me nice today.
Just like Pikachu. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence.
Hey, those 3 words spell Mo. I miss that clown.
Indeed they do. They've all been clearly established.
Well, Trite. It seems you really are a phony after all.
I knew I should afford my lucky underpants wear.
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there.
Do I have to?
Yes.
The investigation.
Crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kinda scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie. She passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her.
This photo looks like it screams like you'd see this on a YouTube video, and then it would be accompanied with that sound effect of,
And the victim didn't have any identification on him. But we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. Maggie was searched, found a lottery ticket and a bottle of poison. I was gonna search her, but then they told me I couldn't. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good.
Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite.
my handwriting is completely illegible by anyone except myself.
Don't count on your handwriting to help you out this time. So, let the fun begin.
Well, at least no one knows what my fanfiction says. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe?
There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant when the incident happened.
We're obviously talking about the same old man.
Officers were dispatched right after a report came in. But the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them. Seeds.
Seeds.
Seeds. I mean, it was nothing, obviously. I caught each one with my teeth.
I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy.
The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime.
How long was the defendant unconscious for?
The officers got to the crime scene at around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. Took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself.
I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search, too.
I would have loved to carry out the search. And to see Maggie asleep like that. All pretty and peaceful.
Gumshoe?
Like an angel.
What
Could
the
never do
actual
anything
fuck?
wrong.
Save the romantics for your own time, detective.
No,
We're in the
Kudos, don't
courtroom.
support that!
Not really romantic, more creepy, if anything.
Listen, all we need to know is about the investigation.
Oh, guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I?
Pretty much a red flag, too.
He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then?
No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. And you know what that means.
58 cents? That's way more than 7.
Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. Ha ha!
The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Thank God he's dead now.
Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge?
I think I'm onto something here. Wait a sec. Oh, that was way faster than asking for a minute.
Huh? Did I say something dumb again?
Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes?
Yeah, but basically.
In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly?
'Cause I'm a detective. Oh, that.
He's so let down. He's got a whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. And he still doesn't look cute enough for me to adopt. How did this man make it this far in life?
There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket.
It seems Mr. Glenn Elg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations.
We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds.
That's a reliable enough source for this case.
What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? So, the victim had no form of identification on him, correct?
Yeah.
And yet, before arriving at the restaurant, he went to see a doctor. Which means he clearly doesn't have American health insurance.
Oh, that is very true.
The fact that this has been found points to only one obvious conclusion. We need universal health care. Oh, and his medical card was stolen. Don't argue with me, you know I'm right!
True. I'll give you that one, Wright. The victim didn't have a medical insurance card. But why? Because Mr. Glenn Elg didn't have a medical insurance to begin with.
Huh? He was American after all?
As I thought, a thoroughly miserable young man who's now dead.
An American millennial, you say?
So dead.
Or some kind of outlaw. Wait. I read this already. Huh.
Looks like we're going off course again, Nick.
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Explain for the court the events following the preliminary investigation. Slowly.
But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket?
Hey, yeah! You nailed it, pal! It happens to me all the time. Like, we had a department party the other day. Oh my god, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes!
How the hell did that happen? Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat.
My guess is he took a 10-minute break with a sink machine.
Sorry.
So, Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence?
Maggie is vegan and so she wouldn't get a meat-based bottle of poison? I'd love to if I had any.
It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright, if that's your real name. Continue with your testimony, witness.
So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for, But wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day?
Oh, yeah! The one the restaurant's owner took. He won a whole $1 with it. What a lucky guy, huh?
And they're just going to let him get away with it?
It was just $1, detective.
I guess no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe.
Ah, that same logic explains why I hate Pearl so much. Look, if I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict.
I will.
Gumshoe really isn't giving us anything to work with. And we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something.
Come on, Gumshoe, give us the whole dick. Ah, that's true. But Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber, you know? Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious. Like the guy playing this game.
Come on, Gumshoe! Be the dumbest you've ever been! Be dumber than Nick! You could do it!
I'm doing my best. This is the best I've ever been at my job. What is happening?
Okay. I'm pretty sure he had to be left by victim. Let me see the photo. I do not see any rolled up paper. I really hope this is correct because it's the most obvious thing. Please. Come on! Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
It does? I don't see anything contradictory.
What? What do you mean? There's nothing in that photo!
Objection denied.
What are you talking about? It's not there!
Gotta think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright.
Well, that didn't go as well as I thought, and now I'm clean out of options. I'm upset. I'm genuinely upset. There was nothing in that photo! That has to be the most obvious. Coffee covered in potassium cyanide. Okay, I'm gonna ask something else. Okay. And then, didn't have any form of ID. Okay, we should probably ask about the bag. So, what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually, the bag we found was empty.
Huh?
Yeah, completely empty. Just like the American health service system.
Did I not gift a sub? Did I give it to the wrong channel? No, I did. Oh, I never actually bought it. There we go. There we go. Victim's prescription bag added to the court record. The sub was missing.
You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate, aren't you?
Damn it. Of course, it would be the one piece of evidence that I didn't have added because I didn't check the other. God, fuck this game. No, I'm not desperate. I'm a little desperate.
Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective?
I'm so fucking goddamn it. Make sure you present every statement.
Yeah, try looking a little flustered over there.
Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you besides the fact that my wallet is $5 emptier because you couldn't give me all the info I want. There was just one small contradiction in your testimony.
Oh-ho! Hey, finally! Jeez, kept me waiting.
What do you mean? Maya's been a host since the beginning of game 2.
Getting all anxious, just waiting. Hurry up, come on.
You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However,
The prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later?
No. No, they didn't.
The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where then did the medicine disappear to?
You're too cool, pal!
Indeed!
Scene,
Too
sparkle,
cool
sparkle.
for school. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial.
That's why I didn't go to law school, Your Honor.
I'm going to overlook that, Mr. Wright. Witness! Why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? Stupid, stupid, stupid!
I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh?
I have a
No,
I have
I'm
a
pretty
list.
sure offering Pearl into your science pants was the most careless thing you've done so far.
You did what now?
Kangaroo.
The victim was killed by poisson. And the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself.
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that?
I have nothing to say.
Falcon Payne, the most careless thing he's done is running red lights and getting into a car accident. I once turned left into the wrong way of traffic, and I only realized it in time because I saw a car driving towards us, and so I turned into the gas station before I started traveling at 60 miles per hour the wrong way.
Whew. What?
Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will.
What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? Ah, the Shadow Realm! New Ear Otolaryngological Clinic. Otolaryngological?
What kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot?
Well, I'm glad you asked. It's hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, if you could say that.
A war wound?
Damn, that sounds sick as hell.
The day before the incident, Mr. Elk found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum.
He ruptured his eardrum?
What on earth was the prescription he was given? Oh, I can't do that anymore.
It was a cream that was to be éclé tout près inside his ear canal, not to be ingested.
What?
It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear.
Yes, here it is. In very, very fine print.
Damn, that print is sexy.
It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have had eaten his medication.
It seems this medication is irrelevant to the case after all.
Nick! If you don't think of something quick, it'll be all over!
Sonic the Hedgehog! Oh, she's right. But I can't get away with any old, weak objection. At least, not without raising a bunch of money. What should I do? Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement.
It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations.
If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime?
How dare you impersonate me?
But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal.
Which is why it's topical right now.
Fair enough.
That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. Duty.
All right, you know as well as I do that medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide.
It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. It could have been made in a factory that also processed bananas. Yeah, you banana bitch.
That's enough. Mr. Godot.
But Judge, he called me a banana bitch.
I'll put you
because
in
you're
pajamas,
appealing.
Mr. Banana. I'll put you in pajamas, Mr. Banana. Is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot?
What a fruit.
I've got my own witness I'd like to call. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant the day of the murder. Can I do that? I don't know if I can do that.
Victor
I don't think you can
Kudo?
do that.
Pigeon hater?
Very well. Whatever. Sure. Matter of disappearing medication seems a little more trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and I am very bored. And that is something that bothers me.
Yay!
Profusely.
Good job, Nick.
Hey, just had to remember, when it comes to dealing with 5-year-olds, you just have to keep them entertained.
The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness.
This isn't over. You're a banana bitch too, you know.
Court is adjourned for recess.
I'm not a banana, though. I'm just an apple when you hold your tongue.
I get it.
Get out of my courtroom.
All right, we're going to take a 10-minute recess. So everyone, see you back at 6:15 p.m. or 9:15 if you're on the East Coast.
Yo,
So, yeah.
Are we talking Battle Network collection in the chat right now?
We were talking Klonoa, but yeah, Battle Network is
Klonoa,
sick.
Battle
Yeah, that is
Network?
also absolutely
Oh my God.
super hype.
We need the Supreme Court to put a stop to games. We need them to just temporarily ban games for like 8 months so that everyone can just catch up on the games that we're still trying to catch up on.
You know, games weren't in the original Constitution, therefore.
Yep. We need to
Who's your favorite robot
we
master?
need to revisit games.
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 Gee, I wonder if Battle Network gets dubbed again, who would play Elect Man?
What was
Looks at
that
Sean.
lawyer who lost his license? Was it like Jack Dorsey or something like that? He's like off
Yeah.
in his own room right now going, games.
Oh my god.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Anyway.
Hold on. Oh my god, now I gotta wipe the spittle off of my laptop from
Oh no.
screaming games.
Hygiene, everyone.
Did everyone
It's always
have a good
important.
recess? I saw a couple of you fighting over there. I told you what was gonna happen if that happened again. Listen,
Were
simmer
they fighting at the monkey bars?
simmer down and let's enjoy these 4 pieces of fan art before we kick back off. We've got that is not a piece of fan art. That's not it. Let me try a different one.
Is it a game?
That's in another folder that Sean doesn't want to show you.
Shut up! No, that's not how that works. I'm very mad. That is in a completely different folder. Thank you. Oh, that's why it has to be in it's in my Twitch fan art, not my Twitch After Dark fan art. There we go. Documents, Twitch resources, fan art. There we go. This first one is from that one dude who says that the Metaton theme has been stuck in his head. So they took care of that. The long legs.
God! A leg has been spotted.
A leg has been spotted.
Yeah.
Firebite has one of my personal favorites for today. I choose to believe this was canon.
Oh no.
I like to imagine that you take, I mean, this is weird wording, but I'm only saying it because it's you, Color. I just imagine you taking the gnarliest, grossest bathroom dump, and as soon as it's done, you're like,
Just in time for stream.
and then you just head back,
Just in time for stream.
and you act perfectly pure. The world can never know
God.
of what transpired.
Jesus.
I will neither confirm nor deny.
Boy, howdy. Learned a lot about everybody tonight.
Steel Helm is sitting like in the opposite room, and he just like turns his head, looks off into the distance, turns back, grabs a double mask and puts it on just in case. Oh my god. This third one is from Currently Bothered, and I think it's just really cute how the cup is being held in this and the facial expression.
The pocket.
It's in my other pants pocket.
I will never get
It looks
tired
like
of that Piccolo
a
meme.
picture, almost.
Right? And then we've got one last one from Richello. I always love how much quality you're able to put into these. I guess we'll start with the judge.
Where is the original detective?
He's a little tied up at the moment.
Meanwhile, in a closet somewhere. Someone? Anyone?
Excellent execution.
Nice and
What a
simple.
fool.
I
Alright.
love that.
I feel like we're nowhere close to being done, so let's pick up right where we left off.
Actually, we might, and you've been clipping pretty well.
What?
Yeah.
I was told to expect that this was going to be a way longer. What happened?
Huh?
Yuzumi.
What, did he try to run out? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I thought you were telling me. I thought you were calling for me out there. Anyway, hey, if it means another early night, I want to watch more GDQ, so this is the week to do it. Anyway.
Yo! Whew, that was close.
Tell me about it. I nearly died in there.
That's my line, sir. No, that's my line.
I think I really did die a little bit.
I mean, technically, we're always dying little by little.
Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe! How could he betray us like that?
Huh?
He said he'd help me. But he totally set me up!
I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. He's dumber than a bag of rocks. I should know. I watched him lose to a bag of rocks at the Math Olympics. I don't know how he managed it. It was honestly kind of impressive. I mean, the guy's gotta do his job, right?
It's okay, I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life! But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach! I hate that guy! I don't ever want to see him again!
Poor Gumshoe.
So, the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right?
Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds.
I bet he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know.
Yeah, and he's a bit old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick?
Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me. Even those never-ending bird seeds. At least those don't burn nearly as much as Godot's coffee.
Ugh.
January 7th, 11:15 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 4. Y'all better be grateful I don't wait to do these streams until the actual day that's listed on the text.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please.
The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Jazzy. Name and occupation if you don't mind.
It's Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun.
Still not a better place for sunsets.
Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times, too.
You don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation before you die, and I have to look through your medical records. Lord knows I don't want to know what you've had done.
Of course. My occupation? Listen, youngin'. Much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here?
Kimono embroidery? Isn't that just called, like, bejazzling your cloak?
That's what I do, or I did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed.
Who are you
Your
calling a
man.
dying breed?
Well, if they're all like him, couldn't happen faster.
Hey, maybe he could embroider my costume sometime.
Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint. Pretending to smile.
That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Then we would have ended up with something worse than a peanut butter and pickle.
Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident?
Oh, yes. I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javachino.
Seeds?
What do you think these are?
I see.
So you saw everything that happened, Gramps?
Did I? Oh, yes! Oh, yes, I did! I saw it all!
Then please, tell the court. We're all ears.
Sure, I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail.
He's really getting into this.
What I witnessed.
The young man was reading the sports paper. The servant girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed, like so. That's the servant girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress.
Waitress, servant girl, what's the difference? You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words! What's wrong with the old-fashioned ones, hmm?
Yeah, like
Okay, Boomer.
like perjury. I hate that word.
Newfangled?
It's an island off the
All
coast of
this talk
Canada.
of radios and glasses and TikTok, it's wireless and spectacles, I tell you!
Give me a sec, guys. Need to make sure my wife is okay. I just heard something.
Please take care.
Yeah, sure.
It's a very bulbous thing on his face.
Yeah, like I said, all this talk of radios and glasses, it's wireless and spectacles, I tell you!
Do you want to pop it? Mr. Judge, pop it.
I don't know if I should.
Look
I
at
feel
it.
like it might contain some form of eldritch power.
I don't know. I mean, wouldn't that be cool? Aren't you tired of being nice?
Quick 5-minute
Don't you
reset. You,
wanna
guys
go-
can talk. I'll leave it open. Quick 5-minute recess. We had a fridge malfunction, and I need to help my wife. So.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. Pop it.
Am I truly ready to open that Pandora's box?
Go ahead. Pop the bubble.
Why did someone
Wait.
else do it? Why is it on
What?
me?
Pop it. Twist it. Pull it. Come on. You know the ritual.
See,
Just
Kudo
do
gets
it.
it.
I'm not sure I like where this is going.
I'm mesmerized by it, disgusted, and yet I can't look away.
Hold on. Wait, let me get my phone out. Gotta record this.
Oh, good
Go
idea.
on, Judge. We're waiting. Pop it.
I really don't want to. I don't know if I should. It seems
Listen,
very.
it'll be over in a minute, trust me. And no one's gonna know. Except the whole world. But go ahead, pop it.
Courtroom. What's the
I
courtroom?
want to know.
You think we got caught?
Wait, we're
There's
trying
no
to find that
cameras in
tropical
here.
cream, right? Where is it? Where's that
Oh,
medicine?
wait, hold on. Okay, I think it's in here. Hold on a second. Yes, I got it. Here, we'll apply it before we pop it. There you go.
How does that help?
Nah, trust me, it helps a lot.
Why not?
No one's gonna
Evidence.
know.
It's for the ear too. Why would it be under someone's nose?
Hey, listen, man, this is all we got. And ointment is ointment, in my opinion.
Learning a
Listen,
lot.
one of us gonna pop that bubble. It's gonna be me or you, buddy. Let's go.
Then you do it.
No.
I'd rather not. Don't want to get anything on my hands while I touch this coffee cup.
Well, then why'd you say that it was either me or you?
To make you feel better?
I guess.
Just go ahead and pop it for me.
Wait, you're trying to pop my nose? What for?
Yeah. Look
Do
at
you
that
see
guy.
it?
See
Have
what?
you looked in a mirror?
You keep
Oh
bouncing
yes,
at us
I
so
look in plenty of mirrors. This is just how I normally look.
You bounce it so seductively at us.
Ah,
It looks infected.
Do you think if we pop that bubble, we will all be free?
I don't think so.
Do you want to pop the big one or the tiny one on his eyebrow?
Oh, I didn't even notice that. It blended in real nicely.
See, there's so many. Which Pandora's box do you want to open?
The Pandora's box on the left or the right?
I
I'm feeling
choose
pretty
neither.
generous.
Personally.
And I choose you. Come here. I'm just gonna
No,
reach
get
over
back!
and
Get
just
back!
extend my hand. No, you. No, come back here. You
I'm
gotta
not
let it
going
happen.
anywhere.
Just let it happen, old man. You're not gonna live long anyway, right? Come back here.
Ah!
And to think this,
Oh.
and to think people thought murder trials were supposed to be serious and grim. This is funny.
The only murder happening here is this pimple getting busted.
It's like bubble wrap, but bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, see? Look how loud it goes.
Thank you guys for your patience. Sorry about that.
You are
Hey.
absolutely fine. Nothing happened while you were gone, right, everyone?
What did I miss?
Nah, nothing happened.
Now I'm upset because there's probably a bunch
And
of
nobody
funny...
certainly tried to pop my nose.
There's probably something that funny happened as soon as I left, and it means I'm not actually funny. You all are.
Everything is fine. We weren't trying to pop the pimple.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, like
I
so.
imagine. Oh yeah, I imagine it sounds something like.
Okay, hang on, I can do that.
It's all over my hands. Oh no.
This is like reverse hand sanitizer.
This is not the ointment I expected! God, no, I'm becoming the imposter!
Nick, we're in the splash zone! No!
Right.
Okay.
Among Us.
Okay. Excuse me. Jeez.
Listen to me, everyone! Don't forget the old values! Don't let the good old days slip away!
Oh, god damn it, he's a Republican.
Calm down, Boomer. Well, okay.
The devil is a Republican!
I think it's time to begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright, Godspeed.
Panda, did you get... My cat tried to claw the bag in order to pull the door open, and now he can't keep his footing on the ground. He was sliding across the ground because he lost his footing, and the bag swung him like it was a fucking swing. I wish I'd caught that on video. Oh, yes, Your Honor. So much for this stream being straightforward. Whew.
So, you saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenn Elg?
I wanted to know if Gusten Braun retained his championship or not.
So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question, there are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right?
So what if there are?
Well, if you say that, you could see the victim. That means you were sitting at a table on the other side of the restaurant, correct?
So what if I was? I go to the place to drink Javachino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember which table I was sitting at.
What do you mean you go there to eye the waitress? Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw?
Kudo never makes mistakes. I do every T and cross every I.
I see. That's why this is a cross-examination, and all of your I's have been crossed so far. Good work. Here's a banana sticker. Wait! Potassium cyanide!
My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving.
I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress.
And I saw what the serving girl put into the Javachino as well.
I bet I know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not going to like it. Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask that the witness add what he knows about this to his testimony.
I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please?
Sure.
Whoa,
Don't
his
get your
nose
panties in a
glows?
bunch.
Cooled off the reindeer.
There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Did she really put that into the coffee?
You doubt me, boy? She took some out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in.
Couldn't she have been adding sugar?
Sugar? In a small brown bottle like that?
Like that? Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms?
A bottle like this, perhaps?
Oh, it's what?
That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume. Ugh.
So, what did the Qs put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you?
Actually, it was described as being white, which is usually the color of things that kill other things.
It's like one sip.
He took just one sip?
You youngins, you waste everything. Those Javachinos cost $8. In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died.
Congratulations! You have earned the title of battiest man to grace a courtroom. And I had to watch Batman in court once. I couldn't even understand what he was saying, but it didn't matter. He got acquitted because he held up a batarang and the judge just automatically said, I'm not my monkeys, not my circus. I wish I could be more like Batman. I want to wear a suit and fight crime and Have cool doodads
The
and a
devil
butler
is
who waits on me the
Batman!
entire time. Hey, shut up! I'm daydreaming.
So it was an immediate death. Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is a possibility.
Oh, yes! He slumped over without so much as a twitch!
Damn, did he at least have a Twitter?
I felt the jalapeno I just drank turn sour in my stomach!
Oh yes, I know that feeling all the same.
And the waitress? I presume she is.
She's a VTuber, Your Honor.
Oh my goodness.
You said, I remember her well, in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by? Oh, I'm gonna regret asking this question.
Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is!
Sorry.
You can see all the way up to her... You know! She's practically naked in that uniform!
So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit? But anyone could wear just such a uniform. Even me.
Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. None of that.
Nick, don't get excited and not like that! Please keep yourself together!
I guess I got a bit carried away.
Ah! There are other things I recognize about her, too!
He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not.
Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize by the defendant, I would ask you to add them to your testimony.
Sure, whatever. There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose.
You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all? Her booked face.
As if I would remember that!
The witness noticed the straps on the accused's apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face, Trite.
That's right. I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red!
So, you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight.
There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Mr. Kudo, seem especially interested in straps, especially when they're strapped on. Why is that?
What? Straps?
The ribbon in her hair, the straps on her apron. What's the, fascination?
Fascination?
People have all kinds of fetishes, Trite. You don't need to embarrass the witness over here.
Yeah! Listen, you young upstarts! I haven't got some sick strap fetish!
And what's wrong with having a strap fetish, Mr. Kudo? Is there any relevance to the witness's unusual love of straps, Mr. Wright?
Usually there's a dress code that happens at restaurants, Your Honor, so it's very important that if the straps were dragging, was it a good drag or a bad one?
Oh,
And I was just curious as to why he was so fixated on the waitress's straps.
What? I wasn't! I said I haven't got a strap fetish! How many times do I have to repeat myself?
Very well. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Strap Fetish, and make it strapless.
Please! I don't know what...
Don't strap tease him, Your Honor.
Strappity strap.
Do you really think old C really saw Maggie do it?
Well, she is a strapping young woman.
Help me, please. Oh, but he was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress.
I guess? She does make a good point, though.
Hey, did I just say something clever?
I wonder if the waitress Mr. Kudo saw really was Maggie.
Well, let's strap in and find out.
Ugh. I'm firing you. Wait, I need you for Gazungas. You're hired.
Yay!
Shit.
Strap in, Nick.
No! Stop trying to be funny!
the identifying features you described are all things you would see from the back.
So what?
Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
He's got you there, Gramps.
People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons.
This is harassment! I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons! I'm just telling you what I saw!
Mr. Kudo, the court requests you add details about any identifying features that don't involve straps or ribbons. Features you observe from the front. That is to your testimony.
Fine, sure, whatever!
This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer.
I doubt it's the only thing. And if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet.
Ugh.
There wasn't anything that caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front.
Pig?
You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the witness's face, yes?
No question about it! I didn't come this far to back down now! Victor Kudo never backs down!
That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay.
This has turned into a matter of pride for old C now, I guess. I wonder if he really did see Maggie's face or not.
Like I thought, we need some concrete proof of this. Proof that the old guy didn't see the waitress clearly from the front.
Do you think old Sadie really saw Maggie do it?
Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there.
But he was there for cute outfits, right? Not the waitress.
Oh yeah, we did this part already.
Oh, yep.
All right, I have an initial guess. My original guess is gonna be, it has to do with this. Oh, I like no music! Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this.
Ah, that filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly!
You really think I'd look good in it?
That's not the point! It reminds me of what my grandson looks like, just after he's done eating.
Your grandson did that kind of thing too?
What?
Have you ever seen this before? Would you like to?
Of course I haven't! Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that? Hmm?
I mean, you're into ribbons and straps.
Well, you half-witted clot! What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here.
Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means, if you had really seen this apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front!
Witness!
I just want this put into the court record. Victor got cake.
Oh, goddamn.
Victor cake, though?
Looking like a double wide surprise.
We will add that to evidence.
Well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. And not a moment too soon. Listen, Wright, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant.
That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird.
Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching!
You sick pervert. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you say you see. Yeah.
Yeah, You tell him, Judge. And you tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps.
Or no kudos for you.
Me, Captain! My nugget's in perfect working order! I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted!
Me! Wait, he can't remember. Probably more like he messed up so many times. He's blocking it out.
I heard that!
Very well, let's just see how many good memories you have in your brain head.
Would you like to borrow my Hooked on Phonics book after I'm done with it, Judge?
No, me talk English good. Tell us what you remember about the victim.
It okay, Judge. Me like you anyway, friend good.
Hook it on phonics work for me.
About the victim.
He was another of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well. Then the serving girl in question brought over the Javachino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail.
Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything.
How are we gonna handle this, Nick?
We only need to do one thing. Try and take over the world. Or at least prove that this old man's memory is shot.
So are you Pinky or I'm Pinky? Are we both Pinky?
What? I never watched the show. I looked it up on TV tropes.
Oh, just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel, though?
I suppose. But it's what I and multiple members of the police department do best. Spectacles.
Glasses to you. One of the lenses was green, but the other was broken. Newfangled rubbish. That's why I remember him so well.
He did have some kind of lens over his left eye. But I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses. It seemed more like a scouter.
He seems to be wearing some rather modern-looking shades. That being only one shade over his eye like... My god, it was Vegeta. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Godot's sharp appearance.
We better come up with something sharp and quick.
Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles, or at least counterpick Mewtwo. Newspaper was a sports paper, was it?
Young hooligan, I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting? How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all that rustling going on? I needed to find out if Gusten Braun retained his championship title!
It was his paper, not yours. You wanted to know so bad, why didn't you buy your own?
What are you looking at me like that for? Dare you judge me?
No!
Gusten Braun? Got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway.
It's Gutson! It's a play on words! You all
Gutson?
need Hooked on Phonics!
What's a reading?
The wireless?
A decadent young rascal! In my day, it was one or the other. Read the newspaper or listen to the wireless.
Oh boy.
And using an earpiece. It's selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it.
Was he that desperate to listen to the radio?
Why are you looking at me like that for, huh? Dare you judge me?
You mean the waitress who you only saw from behind, right?
You're one of those, aren't you? You never let anything go. Isn't that right?
Maybe.
What does it matter if I saw her from the front or from behind? My eyes don't lie!
Come on! Oh, I'd better not push it till I've got some hard evidence. His free hand?
Yes!
Which hand was that?
Weren't you listening before, cloth ears? I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? If his free hand wasn't his right hand, then which hand was it, you moron?
Ow!
I could watch this for hours. Perhaps the great Mr. Trite has 3 hands.
Eesh, I was only asking. No need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. This old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss.
I guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh?
Anything will do, even the smallest detail. We just need one mistake and he's ours. Here, you hold on to the Hooked on Phonics book.
I don't know how to read.
This has to be it, because if he picked it up with his left hand, then the handle would have been on the other side, and the lip print would have been on the opposite side. But you could only make it there if you picked it up with your right hand. Oh, let's fucking go! Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory?
No, I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you. Nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. I'll eat these seeds.
Do you promise?
These seeds.
Do you promise?
Right here.
You'll sing the pigeon song, though?
Yes. It goes, please keep the park clean for the pigeons.
Oh, my mom used to sing that to me all the time.
You care to tell us where this is going, Mr. Trite?
To Broadway, if his genius had ever been properly acknowledged. According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left.
What is this, kindergarten?
But I would like the court to please take a look at this.
That's the cup the victim used. Correct?
Yes, and on the rim, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips.
Yes. There is a rather sensual stain left by the coffee.
If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for the rest of your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the entire pigeon song. Please keep the park clean for the pigeons.
Dang it!
Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park. Oh.
Wait!
Jeez Louise.
It sounds like a pigeon.
If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong! I don't care about that dirty coffee cup! I know what I saw! I know it! I tell you!
You still insist on your testimony?
Of course I still insist on my testimony! That young Wright was holding the cup in his left hand! Oh yes, no question! I'm a good, law-abiding citizen, I am! He's that dead young hotbot and you spiky-head yahoo who are at fault!
Reminder for everyone to please hydrate.
Oh my goodness. Who? Me?
Thank you, old man. We've clearly heard enough from you already. Okay, get him out of here.
Me, old man!
I'm 39.
For 68 years I have! You can't ignore me!
No. No. He is not that age. No. No.
Listen to what I got to say!
Stop. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but okay.
Sure. Why not a little bit more?
What?
Shall we? Miss.
Mr. Kudo!
Please no.
Why, though?
Please no.
Why?
Okay.
But this is my 16th cup of coffee. So this is your final stand.
Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor!
Your teeth are jacked up.
Left hand or right hand?
Boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his spec. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hands to pick up the cup. His left hand!
Unless the victim was L Death Note, I don't think that's accurate. We know the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye.
It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers.
A monitor? You mean like a television screen?
Is that how I can become a pro at grammar? I speak good, better monocle over eyewear?
The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called a HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work.
HD, TV, DVD, CD, HD, DVD. All these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw, and I'm telling the truth.
It's true. He doesn't seem to be lying.
And those are the facts in good old black and white.
So, the victim was wearing an HMD.
HD, TV, CD, TV. What does it matter?
There was none of them, actually, but anyway. And you're sure that he was wearing the earpiece on the same side?
No question. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. From the opposite table, he'd only have a view of the side of the victim's head. Seems you kept an eye on Mr. Glenn Elk.
He was getting on my nerves, rustling that newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. And then he went and made all that fuss dying from one sip of Giammaccino. I wanted to say to him, calm down, you young brat!
Yo! We got a raid from Little Karibo Versus! Hello guys, how are you doing? Hold on, I gotta shout out real quick unless color beats me to it. Playing Just Chatting, how you guys doing? Nice to see you all. My name is Sonic Mega. I go by Sean Chiplock. When I don't go by Sonic Mega, I'm a professional voice actor who also streams, and you guys have tuned in during tonight's episode of the Ace Attorney 3 Trials and Tribulations live dub. We've got a cast of people from my community, each playing a character. This is my first time playing this game. We've worked through all 3 games in the series so far. So please enjoy. I hope you enjoy the performances that we're gonna do for the remainder of tonight's episode. But please don't spoil anything for me. Like I said, I have gone my entire life without being spoiled on these Ace Attorney games. So I want to experience this for the first time. Nice, funkiest. Anyway, so yeah, please sit, enjoy, and if you're not watching Games Done Quick, I highly recommend it. We're probably gonna raid once we're done with tonight's episode.
Looking at him made me suddenly speed up my CD. I could have choked.
That definitely sounds like something you do at a convention. So I take it the victim was a walking ball of nervous energy. The earpiece you mentioned. Which hand did the victim touch it with?
You're one of those people, aren't you? You're the type that uses your left hand to get things out of your right pocket!
I actually do that way too often.
Or fastens your left cuff with your right hand! And when the tour guide says, on your right side you'll see the famous blah 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 yabba yabba, you're the only one who deliberately looks left! Well, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but that's because I sit on the aisle seat, and if I look to my right, I have to see Maya.
Hey!
No, I didn't mean...
Obviously, he used the hand on the same side of his body that the earpiece was in!
No! Ow! Ow!
How do you like that, huh?
So if he had the HMD on his left side, then it was his left hand, I guess. You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo.
That's because I know what I saw, no matter what tricks you're trying to play on me!
Looks like he really did see the guy picking the cup up with his left hand. This is a dead end.
Well, Nick, what do you think?
I don't think. That's how I solve most of these cases. But I
Oh,
suppose
that
the
makes
guy...
sense.
Suppose he's telling the truth. But even so, something's not quite right.
Then chuck evidence at him, like the way he chucks seeds at you.
If he's not lying, there wouldn't be any contradictions in his testimony, right? I'm not sure what to do about this. Covered in the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. I'm not sure what to present on this. And then use the same hand to pick up the cup. My initial thought is... all the writing is on the left side of the page, so maybe he would have written it... Doodle is in victim's handwriting. Okay. So that's my initial guess is he wouldn't have drank from the cup in his left hand and then written with his right on the page, right? He would have written on the right side of the page. That doesn't hold up. That doesn't make sense to me. Oh, hold on. No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Oh! I'm not
So
sure what the
smart.
relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there is something very strange about your observations of the victim.
What?
You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD.
No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting.
I don't think so. And I don't think often, so when I do, it's gotta be important, or the drugs are finally taking effect.
Did you say?
I don't remember.
What
the
was that about drugs?
You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. Probably because you were shouting at him from the other side of the restaurant. Oh, damn, I yelled at him too loud. I just ruptured his right eardrum. Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right. I mean, left. It's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear. Because he couldn't even hear in that ear.
Is that true, Captain?
It is, unfortunately.
This man is a lot like Enemy Expo. He doesn't know if right is right and left is left. And
Order!
Some of that seed, it actually tastes pretty good. Listen, this witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot,
A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk.
You calling me a trip?
are you saying
We're saying you have none.
Are you saying you're milking him?
Okay, enough for that. This is the victim's coffee cup in which potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows the victim picked it up with his doigt.
Never picked it up. All right. The dragon Chamachino with his left hand.
I feel like my eardrum just got ruptured.
You mean gauche?
Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right and then switched it to his left. That's what the old man saw.
Impossible. Witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee, like anyone who tries Starbucks after having Dutch Brothers for the first time.
Objection. Clearly he wasn't able to handle it like I can. And besides, which hand the victim used to pick up his coffee is irrelevant, Your Honor. The facts still stand. With one hand on the other, Mr. L drank the poison coffee. Like this!
No, you're gonna poison yourself, Mr. Godot! The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory is credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless. Oh, that is good coffee.
I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I'm satisfied the witness is not deceiving the court. But to be frank, his testimony is a farce.
Note to the court, judge's name is now Frank.
Did you have to be so frank?
That's my name, you son of a bitch!
Old fogey! Take that! And that! And that!
Hey, you keep
I'm
my
sorry,
judge's
Mr.
name
Kudos.
out of your goddamn mouth!
You can't reach me from there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That's all for now. The score is adjourned. Peace. Deuces.
Alright, I guess I go home.
Hold it! Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me?
Leave you, Mr. Kudo?
Thanks to that blue-suited young upstart over there! I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even tie his teeth or cross his eyes now!
We have a book for that, Mr. Kudo. How is your pattern?
Enough of your stupid hooked-on phonics bull-hockey!
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. Also,
I
no.
kept my mouth shut until now!
No, you haven't.
Shut.
But there's something else the court should know.
What?
Is there a Hooked on Phonics 2? There's more?
To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance! I want another crack at you, you young shark!
Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun.
Everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook!
Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee.
What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Javachino you want if you come to my house after the trial.
Oh,
I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man!
And you're making things go backwards for men everywhere for it.
That's enough, witness. I believe it'll be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony.
On what basis?
Give the baby his bottle.
Much quicker!
I can't believe this is happening.
You better get ready, youngster!
I get the picture. Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? He's gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds.
Konami?
Victor Kudonami, the final showdown.
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Javachino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Are things upside down,
Is that all?
Yes, that's all.
They call me
I remember it perfectly.
That's up for debate.
You're doubting me again? You're doubting a poor, defenseless old man?
No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick?
Yeah. If he gets murdered mysteriously in the courtroom, will anyone claim to be a witness? Oh, and so what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy.
You're a bird brain! That's why that's all you can think of!
Who are you calling a bird brain?
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your final cross-examination, please.
My last one? But we still have one more case to get through.
Too bad.
The court generally prefers if witnesses are sure of themselves, Mr. Kudo.
Noisy brat! I'm warning you! I'm more savage than a macho man right now!
Ooh, this man just opened up a can of whoop ass he's not prepared to have delivered to him. He better be waiting when he comes to the pearly gates.
You won't beat me with this testimony! This is the final battle!
Ow! He's chucking those seeds harder than ever.
Come on, Nick! Nail him!
What?
You heard me!
Court has already heard that testimony, Mr. Kudo.
I know that! I was just setting the mood! How else am I supposed to build up the suspense?
I would like the court to put on the record that he's building up the mood so that I can nail him while he hits me with... You know what? I'm not even gonna finish that thought. The suspense.
Yes! Now what do you think? Should I work the audience a bit more?
No! No! Judge, please!
Oh, God.
No! Stop it! Bad! Continue!
What?
Now!
Alright. Now where was I? Yes, the young boy slumped over the table
I don't want to hear
and...
anymore about what you did with a young boy slumped over a table! A vase, you say. Let's change the topic. Talk about a vase. An inanimate, perfectly normal vase. Please.
Yes! There are vases on all the tables in that place. There are accidents waiting to happen. They're practically begging to be knocked over.
What are you, a cat?
Well, he's right about there being vases. I do remember seeing them too. There was a vase on the table when I ate lunch there. And you saw the moment when the victim actually knocked over the vase?
Well, it's hard to say. It's a bit unclear. How do you really define...
Okay, I get it.
I heard it break! And the sight of it is burned into my memory as clear as day!
Soaked in water, you mean?
I mean soaked in water! What else do you put in a vase? Vodka? Anyway, it splashed on me as well.
You said that you were sitting at a table across the room from the victim, correct? And yet, the water still managed to splash onto you?
It's cold! I clearly remember it splashing on me!
Could the water really make it all the way across to the other side of the room? You mean the vase on the victim's table falling upside down and breaking?
The vase turned upside down, and my testimony's turning this cat upside down! It's a joke! I just wanted everyone to hear it! What do you think, Captain?
I'm impressed by your ability to waste time.
Godot hasn't raised any objections for a while now.
So, you young show-off! With that scrap of information, I'm throwing down the gauntlet! If I lose this one, I'll take it like a man and admit defeat!
He's really giving you the evil eye, Maya.
It's you he's looking at, not me. You have the cake. It's like he's saying, I triple dog dare you to find a contradiction, youngin'.
Ah, shit, I can't turn down a triple dog dare. I saw that movie. Oh. It can't be that easy. It can't be that easy. Mr. Kudo, look at this photograph.
So what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact.
Ah!
Lost your tongue, Granddad? Da-na, da-na-na-na. You're a dumbass in the courtroom house.
None of yours,
And I found a contradiction.
Okay, enough. No, stop it. Throw any more seeds in this courtroom. The cleaners will be here all night. What is it now?
I just remembered something.
Did you?
Yes? Go on.
The broken vase. It was on my table.
What?
well, you see, it startled me when that young lad collapsed. So I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
The vase on your table.
Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely
Your
soaked.
Honor, I call for a 50-year recess, just so we can make sure this guy is dead before we come back.
Did not need that information. Not even a little bit. No. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. You ruined the joke. You ruined it.
I'd like to ask a question now. That's a good one, by the way.
I can answer that for you, sir. There is no statute of limitations on public indecency.
Have I been any use at all?
Yep, that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Yeah! Wait a minute! Yeah, if that's the case, there's more! I got more to say! Oh, yes! I remember something!
Bailiff, escort him out of my courtroom, now!
And please put
No
some
more
paper
of that.
towels on the chair.
Wait! Listen to me!
No more! Shame on you!
Oh, God. There's mist rising from it.
Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked. And I'm still not in a position to deliver a verdict.
I'm not in a position to want to continue being a lawyer.
The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are disparities in this testimony we've heard thus far.
The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear.
Wow, Nick, you really did it!
I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts.
Yes, Your Honor. You couldn't give me a better reason to get the hell out of this courtroom for at least another week.
I'm sure I could have, but we'd be here all day. There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end.
One more thing, Your Honor?
One more thing. The witness we just heard from. He is the most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly into this statement.
Okay.
You may each have a copy of it if you wish.
Whoa, my own NFT.
That is worthless.
The
Absolutely
prosecution doesn't need props like this.
Godot's really mad, huh?
Yeah, I would be too.
Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies. My own, yours, and Mr. Godot's.
I don't want it.
Neither do I, but you're getting one.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ugh.
Why is mine moist?
Hey!
You really don't want the answer to that question, Mr. Wright.
I'm sorry? This isn't a piece of testimony. More like a 5-year-old's apology.
What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies?
That is all. This court is adjourned. Fucking finally.
To be, unfortunately, continued.
Pachi, 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 pachi.
Lucky, you did it!
Oh, yes! Yes, I'm so glad that we can all go back to GDQ thinking about an old man's wet groin. I didn't say it, the game said it first. Can't hold my feet over the fire.
Moist.
That
We
is.
went through this pretty quick.
Now there's a whole different mental image I'm going to have when I think of Elden Ring.
Yeah, it's like that character from Recess who said moist all the time.
Oh my god. That was an experience.
Goodness gracious.
Surely was.
All right, well, while I'm giving thanks to the cast, this is my heads up to artists that this is your last chance to get any fan art in. I see we've only got about 3 pieces so far. That's not saying you need to shove any more in, but just that we're nearing the end. First of all, a big thank you to everyone who tuned in from the raid and stuck around. I hope you enjoyed what you heard so far. We have a wonderful cast that we put together from community voted auditions. And if you would like to take part in future projects like this, please consider joining the Discord. We have all kinds of things, whether it's volunteer roles or roles that we have folks audition for. Doesn't matter if you have voiceover experience or not. We have had some of the best performances we've ever heard come from people who have no prior training in this sort of industry. In addition, even if you don't want to be a recurring character, if you stick around and watch the channel enough and you earn those star pieces that you see down there, you can redeem those star pieces to take volunteer spots whenever we have an opening for volunteers. This has happened in the past with our live dubs. It's happened with one-shots that we've done, like with the KFC dating game. So there are plenty of opportunities for you to get to use those points. But in the meantime, just want to go down the cast list and give my thanks to everyone who once again donated their time tonight. Starting with Wandissimo as Maggie Bird. I remember you saying previously that this is your first time doing something like this. And am I correct in that?
Yes. I mean, I've done things like this, like with my friends privately.
I mean, probably the coolest thing to me is that there are choices that you make with your delivery that are indicative of someone who haven't had enough time to get actor brain and start like phoning in certain reads, and it's so refreshing. Like, it really helps Maggie stand out compared to everybody else. So I'm excited to hear the rest of what you have to offer in this dub.
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Dick Gumshoe Steelhelm.
Hey,
I don't know if
I'm
you
a
saw it.
teacher.
I don't know if you saw it. Chat was like, I cannot wait to hear his performance in this case. And I've said it before, you've really narrowed into the character.
Thank you so much.
Color Brews as Maya Fey.
Yay!
The perkiness was absolutely there today. Thank you as always.
Yay.
Crash Star as as chat put it, Simpsons-esque judge.
I really wasn't trying to do a Homer Simpson thing. I guess it just came off that way.
It works so well, man. You really have made it your own. Deshaun Ricks as Godot, who I finally made great character for the first time in this live dub.
Jeez.
Oh man, that was certainly something. I did not expect that, but hey, that was
The
just a whole part of the
evolution of
process.
Godot has been delightful.
So
Yes.
have you
Oh my
considered
gosh.
have you considered method acting and actually drinking that many cups of coffee in a single live dub episode?
I have, but I don't have coffee with me. I actually do have like something on the side, and every time he takes a sip, I just take one with it.
That's a great way to stay hydrated. We should all be like Godot in that way.
Oh my gosh.
And Paul Hikari Heaven Stars Victor Kudo. This week is your week to hydrate, my dude. I am impressed that you were able to keep yourself in that voice for as long as you did. Like, my God, it sounded like it hurt.
Yeah.
Please.
It's fun to do.
Please give yourself some vocal rest tonight. Can't wait
Yeah.
for the Godot
Thanks,
6 command. Yeah, of course. All right, and we did not have any volunteers this week, so none of you in chat get kudos. You don't. You did nothing.
Take him, please!
You
I
contributed
don't think they
nothing
want
to
me.
this.
Take him!
So let me go ahead and save these artworks real quick. Oh, I really like this depiction. Oh, all right. Raycello. We've got 3 from there. Looks like we've got 4 tonight. There we go. All right. So our first piece of fan art. I see we have a common theme today. Of course, we've got the end of stream fan art from our very own Mr. Steelhelm. So let's bring that one up. There we go. Oh, I was hoping there'd be a little coffee stain, or at least that's what it looks like on the upper left of that. Oh no.
This is the notebook I keep with me, so yeah, it's got it.
So sad.
I can't believe you.
I never want to see him again.
It's a terrible day for Rain.
Oh my god. Sometimes the best things in life are free. This is the first one that we have from Raycello tonight. What a time to play. Oh.
That's what you missed, Sean.
Oh. Okay, I need explanation. What happened here?
Okay, so Judge Voice is just like, wow, it's so because Kudo was in the animation of just like flicking his nose with his palm, right? And it kept bouncing. And so Judge was like, oh man, it's so fascinating. And so as Maya, I was just like, hey Judge, you should go pop it. And so Godot jumped in and was just like, yeah, Judge, let's go. Let's do this.
I hate that. I hate everything about that.
And the stream only got worse from there.
This one is from Moon. Oh, nope, that's not it. This one is from Moon Toad, Mr. number 3 of 4. Nice. I love that. I can see why this is like one of the most common depictions of Phoenix Wright that shows up across the internet.
Skull burning.
And then Riccello also says, yeah, I was also waiting for the moment that they threw both of them at the same time. And also depicted this. Who wore it better, chat?
The seeds.
Oh, that's great. I love colors. Colors are so cool.
Aw,
I like how there's
thank
3
you.
seeds stuck on the bottom
Yeah,
of
I
the
love
coffee cup,
colors too.
We all love colors. All right. Well, I'm not complaining that we managed to finish early. As you guys know, GDQ is on its last night tonight. They might have probably hit the bonus run. I think they're in the middle of Super Mario 64, 120 stars. And then I believe they were also raising money for a bonus game of Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. So if you want to see Cynthia get totally wrecked by someone besides me, now is the night to do it. And I believe their milestone is they are going for $3.5 million, and they're only at 2.3. So now is the time to start showing them your support. Yes, they are, or at least contribute. They are trying to do, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl any percent. And as someone who did a Nuzlocke run, I absolutely want to see how they break that game wide open. So we are going to raid. Game's done quick.
Yay!
Yeah. As a heads up, tomorrow will be Demon Gaze 2. Monday should be the first instance of 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, as long as nothing happens. That makes me have to take a break. It doesn't look like it. I'm just looking at my month of July, and my calendar is taking forever to load. Why did it go all the way to October? No, go back. All right, there we go. No, we should be good. Anyway, so, and then Tuesday will also be Demon Gaze 2, and then Wednesday I will do the makeup stream for 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. Doesn't look like I'm at risk of any of my sessions, making me have to go on vocal rest, but as you guys know, that can always change. And I think that's it for now. Please remember that next week, next Saturday, we will not be doing live dub. I will actually be doing a collab event and then going to Joe Zeech's home in order to do a collab stream with him. So I'm not sure what to expect, but I'm excited. We will probably be back on the 16th as a heads up to everyone, and we likely will end up taking a hiatus from there. So, yeah. Anyway, good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your evening. Hope to see you or hear from you on a donation on GDQ. And I will see you tomorrow for the actual story finale of Demon Gaze 2. All right. Woo! Good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Let's raid.
Good night.
Bye-bye.